Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. Today we're going to talk about something. It's a little bit of a sticky topic at the moment, and it is, of course, the elephant in the room, Francesco Acerbi and the Juan Jesus situation with the alleged racist remarks. The topic has been boiling over the last couple of days. We covered it quickly in my post-match reaction after Inter versus Napoli, the match that finished 1-1. Um, you know, at the time, Juan Jesus accused Acerbi, went to the referee as per the protocol, told the referee that he said Acerbi is saying the equivalent of the N word in Italian to him. He's not happy. Please do something about it, or I'm not, I'm just not happy like this. Then there seemed to be, a few words exchanged between JJ and Acerbi and the referee, and then JJ Acerbi privately afterwards. They seem to have sorted the situation out, and then Juan Jesus kind of ended the matter, so to say, in the post-match interview. Where he said, "Yeah, these are things that happen on the field. Acerbi apologized to me. Maybe he said a few words too many, but leave it where it is." But this is where I think Francesco Acerbi has maybe scored the biggest own goal of his life. Because if you think about it, he did an overhead kick towards his own goal. The keeper has saved it. Juan Jesus has saved him. He did the own goal. If he said those things, first of all, tipped the keeper, Juan Jesus has saved him from scoring his own goal, tipped it onto the crossbar. Then Acerbi yesterday comes back to head it back into the goal to make sure that he scored his own goal. So after all that, yesterday, Acerbi, who was also left out of the Italy squad after this whole situation, all this drama unfolded, he was left out of the Italy squad by Spalletti. On his way back from the Italy camp, it looks like a train station where some reporters might have seen him, met him quickly. He doubled down on the fact that, well, we hadn't heard from Acerbi up until this moment, but he doubled down, in fact, that I never said any racist words. And now I say, screw racism. Racist phrases have never come out of my mouth, for sure. But the problem is that afterwards, this is where, as I'm saying, this own goal has been scored by Acerbi, because Juan Jesus has come out and made a post on his Instagram saying, he thought the matter was closed yesterday after the apologies, and I didn't want to go back to it. But today he read those Acerbi statements, which are the opposite of the reality. He says, there's proof of this video, unequivocal lip reading, which we asked me for forgiveness. So we've seen those videos as well. There's definitely a moment where he asks for forgiveness, and I've been even making fun of it on my Twitter in terms of, he's talking to Juan Jesus, and then, he points to Thuram and he says, like, look, I've got black teammates, very normal, typical move by someone who's maybe done or said something racist, to point to the fact that he's not racist because he's got a black friend or an ethnic friend, and say, look, I can't be racist if I've got a black family member or a black teammate, right? Which was hilarious in its own, like, a little action. So now, as I said, going back to Juan Jesus, so he's kind of put the spotlight back on him, and he's saying exactly what, I'm not going to repeat it because I don't want to get clipped by stupid people out there, but you can see what he's saying here. Go away, N-word, go away. You're just the N-word. Following my protest to the referee, admitted he had made a mistake, apologized to me. For him, the N-word is just an insult like any other, where, this is not me being, politically correct. I know some people might go on that, oh, you're just being politically correct. But no, there are things that you just can't do and can't say. If a fan said this, we would want the fan in the stands to be banned for racism, for racist remarks. If anything, the players on the pitch should be held to even a higher standard than the fans in the stadium, on the stands. So if proven, again, this is Juan Jesus's word against Acerbi's word. Even Acerbi's agent Pastorello's come out and said that he doesn't think he said those words. But again, this is Juan Jesus's words against Acerbi's words. We don't know what the truth is, but if it's proven true, and there must be an investigation going on, and Acerbi and Juan Jesus are set to appear in front of the sport judge, I believe, or the Fiji at some point today or tomorrow, from what I read the reports. But there must be some sort of video out there to prove what Acerbi said, and if it is proven, then he has to be disciplined and punished for it. No two ways about it. And I've seen also, I want to see what you guys think on it. Some people are also saying that they don't want to see, if it's true, if it's proven true, they don't want to see Acerbi play for Inter ever again, which I can understand. I can honestly understand. If we look at similar cases, and this is outside of Serie A actually, if we look to the Premier League, who's the beacon of fight against racism, in 2012, John Terry, we're talking about Acerbi, who is the leader of the back of Inter, but he's not the captain of Inter. You're talking about Mr. Chelsea here, John Terry, captain, leader, multiple trophies, probably their greatest ever player, maybe, found guilty of racially abusing Anton Ferdinand, who was Rio Ferdinand's brother, or still is Rio Ferdinand's brother. And he was charged, he was ruled guilty of misconduct. He was suspended for only 4 matches. They're talking about Acerbi, they're saying that he could be suspended for up to 10 matches, fine of 220K. I think, if I remember correctly, he kept denying it, Terry, or he was initially found not guilty, but then he also afterwards admitted using the words, but said he repeated them because he thought that's what Ferdinand was accusing him of saying, so he was repeating those words. Then the FA, the English Football Association, launched their own investigation, which led to Terry quitting international football with immediate effect. And then also, if you remember, Luis Suarez and Patrice Evra, that was a very infamous incident that led to an 8-match ban for Suarez. So that's definitely on the card here for Acerbi, and I agree with whatever the punishment it should be. 8-10 matches, I agree with that. 4 matches, what Terry was, that's a little bit light. Whether he should play for Inter again, now this is where things get a little bit tricky. I mean, for me, one of the reasons why I support Inter in terms of the brand, what Inter means to me, brothers of the world, what it stands for, how it was created. It was created to allow international players to play for a club in Italy. That was the reason for its founding, the history, the heritage of it. The guy gets, if he is guilty of a racist incident remark, that does not represent what I think should represent Inter. So I can definitely see the arguments against Acerbi ever playing for Inter again. And in terms of footballing speaking, he's 35 years old. He has got another year on his contract until he's 36, until the end of next season, I believe. So you probably, you're not talking about a guy that's the core. He is the core of the team. Like, he is the leader of the back. He's definitely a starter, the starting central centre back. But you're talking about someone that you can replace. I mean, which are already looking. I mean, even before this, I was talking about, long term, you need to start looking for a long-term replacement. The downturn in form for a 35-year-old centre back in the style of football we play in modern football is this quick. And we've already seen it, with the Rye here and there. There's those lapses in form. So that's my opinion on this. I want to hear your side of things on it. I've seen lots of ranging of opinions. Some people say, this is political correctness gone too far, and some people are saying, I don't want to see Acerbi ever again wear the shirt of Inter. And I definitely am more on the side of the people against Acerbi, because, as I said, especially for footballers, it's just basic. You just can't do some things. These things should not be allowed at all, especially in 2024. But let's see what happens. Let's see how the investigation goes. Let's see if there is proof of what Acerbi has said. And let's see how it pans out. But it does not look good for the Acerbi. It does not look good for you. This could be the end of his Inter career, but even also, I don't know, top flight Serie A. I don't know if the clubs will look at this in a negative way. Definitely, I think Italy national team time could be over. His Euro, if he wanted to, to be going to the Euros with the Spalletti's team, I think that's probably, not going to happen. And Inter did release a statement. I completely forgot to mention this. Inter did release a statement that kind of just talked about, the fact that the Fiji, the Italian national team, sent him back. Next to friendlies with Italy, he won't be part in United States. Inter will meet with the player as soon as possible to shed light on the exact details of what happened last night. So apparently that meeting already happened yesterday, and he has denied everything once again. But yeah, at some point, Inter are going to have to make a real judgment and take a position on this. You can't just be halfway willy-nilly on this. You're going to have to make a statement, especially if you are going to stand by the Brothers of the World type of statement and stance. But that was it from me today, guys. It's a bit of a tricky topic to cover, but I tried to wrap it up and explain my side of things to you. And of course, I want to see your side of things as well. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's see what happens with Acerbi, if he's sent to the Gulag or not next few days. But as always, ciao ragazzi, forza Inter.